Jason is a Fellow of the Institute of Public Accountants and former Tasmanian Member of the Year. He's a graduate member of the Australian Institute of Company Directors and an Associate Fellow member of the Australian Institute of Management. He has a range of valuable and diverse experience, from working in commercial roles early in his accounting career to his role as an accounting teacher at the former TAFE Tasmania. His latest undertaking is in capital raising for business entrepreneurs. This provides Jason with a direct exposure to the many challenges faced by Australia's small businesses. Recently, I sat down with him to discuss his thoughts on the future direction of the IPA. So Jason, what interested you in accounting originally?
Yeah, it's funny because when I talk to young people and members getting into accounting, I often say, look, it's not about numbers and so on. We sort of don't like that cliche all the time, but for me, I actually hate to admit I was a numbers nerd. I was a bit of a mathematics nerd at school, and I was also interested in commerce. How does business work? I wanted to know more, so it took me a while, but it was a natural progression that I found my home in accounting eventually.
So then why did you choose the IPA as your professional association?
Yeah, it was really our fantastic involvement over the years with TAFE. I did go through TAFE in Tasmania and had a wonderful mentor there, a teacher and friend, and still a current member of ours, Neville Ely, who was well connected to the IPA, or then NIA at the time. And Neville introduced me to it, and I thought this is something I really want to belong to. The magazine was very impressive, and that sort of early engagement with Neville was what drew me into the NIA, now IPA.
And so what do you believe to be the IPA challenges, and what is it that you think we do very well?
There's so many things now. I'm very proud of what's been happening in recent years, but two main things come to mind, Andrew, which are member advocacy. We just seem to have such a strong voice now, a strong presence in so many different forums. And the other one is our technical expertise. We now tap into so many experts, even in-house, for expert guidance for our members. They're the two areas that really come home strongly to me.
So the IPA is the peak body for the small and medium practice segment, as we know. So what do you see as the major challenge? You're engaged in that sector. What do you see as the major challenge for the small business and small and medium practice segments?
Regulation is obviously the main one that comes to mind. We just heaped with regulation at every turn, and it becomes a constant battle, and therefore I think a need for people to specialise more and more. I know in my practice we're very much a general practice, or general practitioner I am. We need to find people with more and more niche skills to stay relevant in the market. Other things for SMEs and SMPs are cash flow, globalisation and so on. But I see the regulation as the real killer for us at the moment.
And in a very big sense, big picture sense, what do you see as the big vision of the IPA for the future?
We are becoming more of a global profession, a global body, so I really see a need there for us to be able to continue to, I guess, grow tentacles, yet do so responsibly. We need to stay relevant and in contact and network with other accounting professionals around the world, yet do it in a way that is sustainable for our organisation. That's one of the main challenges. The other one is just the profession, even domestically, is changing all the time. As you know, there is more synergies happening with financial services and so on. That is a moving stream. Our members need to keep abreast of that wherever they can and continually update and know what's going on, and again in a regulatory environment.